Snack has played a huge part in my training camp. The protein, the ZMA, everything, the pre-workout, it's played such a major part in my training camp, keeping me healthy, keeping me recovered, keeping me feeling good, strong, and ready for my next workout.
Hey everybody, Marcos Villegas here in Los Angeles, being joined with David Benavidez, who is challenging once more for his old super middleweight title at 168 pounds against Anthony Dirrell here, September 28th at the Staples Center. David, man, it's your old title. You never lost it. I guess what are your feelings like coming in knowing that by all means you never lost the belt, you should still be the champion?
I'm very excited. You know what I mean. I'm coming in with a lot of confidence, a lot of motivation. And if I have the opportunity of winning, I'm going to be the youngest two-time super middleweight champion in the world. So that alone is a lot of motivation on its own. I'm just coming in super ready for this fight.
You still think you're the champion, obviously.
Yeah.
So coming into it though, is it like a weird double thing where, like, even though you still feel like you're the champion, you still have that hunger, like, I need to get my belt back, like if you were a challenger again?
Yeah, no, of course, you know, but I'm coming in with all the confidence as a champion. But it's going to be even sweeter now that I could go in and take it from a champion like Anthony Dirrell. You know, so I feel like it's better to win a title, take it from a champion, than to win it vacant. So I have a great opportunity in front of me.
You know, your last fight, we saw you in Texas. It was a very great performance against J. Leon Love. From that point to now, really, what's been worked on to improve yourself for this fight?
It's a lot of things. We know every fighter's different, so we take a look at the fighters and we work on different stuff as we go. You know, we've been working a lot of body shots. That's always the bread and butter. Always body shots, always jabs, head movement. So we got a lot of tricks in our bag for this fight.
You know, when you look at him as an opponent, do you think he's the best opponent you've faced in your career so far?
I feel so. You know, out of all the higher caliber fighters I fought, he's probably one of the best ones. So I'm not taking him lightly at all. I'm very motivated, but also I'm very confident going in there. I'm working really hard in the gym, so I can't wait to get it on.
Why aren't you taking him lightly? Is it because of the experience and the...
experience, he's a champion going in. You know, you can't go in taking a champion lightly. You know, he's a champion for a reason. He's been in the game for about 10, 12 years. Or probably even more. So, you know, I gotta be on my toes. I gotta expect the best Anthony Dirrell, September 28th.
What makes him so dangerous in this fight, you feel? Like, what sticks out to you as him, the fighter, that you think, like, wait a second, that might give me problems, or I need to watch out for that?
You know, it's because he knows I'm a dangerous fighter too. So when you know you got a dangerous fighter in front of you, you have the best training camps in your life, and probably he's in the last of his fight of his career. You know, so. He probably wants to leave a good last remaining fights. You know, so he's training extremely hard. I know that. You know, so I could just only expect a war.
What do you think you bring that he hasn't seen before, or that is going to give him a lot of problems?
There's a lot of speed, raw power. You know, there's a lot of different things I could do. You know, when he fought Ildrim, his last fight, Ildrim was more of a one-trick pony. He was just in front of him, constant pressure. I have all that constant pressure, but I have a lot of other tricks in my bag too. So I feel like, you know, there's a lot of things I could do to make him really uncomfortable. So, you know, I'm looking forward to it.
I know every fighter says this, like, oh, I train for the knockout, but if it comes, it comes. But given your style, your pace, and that you're younger, do you see him wearing down later in the fight, and that's where you could probably potentially stop him?
If I can knock him out, that's always a game plan. You know, I'm always looking for the knockout, but I'm not going to go in there reckless, you know, just trying to knock him out with one punch. I'm going to set the shots up, set the traps up. If he gets knocked out, he gets knocked out. But my goal ultimately is beating him up. If I don't knock him out, I gotta give him a beating.
But do you think you are going to knock him out, given the styles?
I want to knock him out. I'm going in there, I'm thinking knockout, you know what I mean? But, you know, I can't predict these things. This is a higher caliber fighter. This is a champion. So you're not always going to knock everybody out, but I'm going in there looking for the knockout.
Your friend, Caleb Plant,
yeah.
And I say friend because I know you guys don't get along too well.
He's not my friend.
You know, he had a big win over Mike Lee. What'd you make of the way he fought and how he looked?
It was a good performance. You know, Mike Lee don't fight at 168. I think that was his first fight at 168. But, you know, he went in there, he did what he had to do. I'm not going to discredit his performance. He looked good, and he did what he had to do.
You know, after this fight, do you think you're headed towards a fight with him, or do you think you'll still have a few more fights until you guys finally meet up?
So. I don't know. I think if we can make that fight sooner, the better. You know, but my main focus going in there, get my WBC belt back, and then see what happens.
What do you make of Billy Joe Saunders coming into the division now, and as well as Chris Eubanks Jr. winning a title and coming into the division as well.
I mean, those are great fights. Those are great fights we can make. You know, all these fighters, they're going to be legends by the time we're done. They're done with their career. Billy Joe Saunders, a great boxer. Chris Eubank's a great brawler. You know, there's a lot of amazing fights to be made at 168, and I'm gonna be there to make all of them.
Who do you think is going to be like the pay-per-view fight for you? Like the one where it's David Benavidez versus like the really big one out of all those names at the end of the day?
I'm not sure, man. My job right now is just training as hard as I can and going in there and getting these fights. I'm not thinking about who's going to be the next pay-per-view fight, who's going to be the next pay-per-view fight. As soon as I get that opportunity to fight pay-per-view fight, then we'll talk about it. But I'm not really thinking about which one's going to be my first and next pay-per-view fight.
No, but I think when like you're sitting down like chilling and you're thinking like, like out of everybody, like it's going to be you with all the belts and one other person. Like who do you think is like likely?
I don't know, man. I don't know. My job and my thought right now is to go out there and get all the belts. That's all I'm thinking about right now.
So how does this fight end?
I want to get a knockout. I want to knock Anthony Dirrell out. But it ends with me ultimately getting my belt back.
Your brother, give me an update on him. How's he doing? Is he training?
On August 17, but he injured his leg again. You know what I mean? Him getting shot through his leg, you know, it's a hard healing process. But, you know, he's not fighting right now.
How is he? Is he in good spirits?
He's doing good. He's doing good. But it's just that his leg is messed up and he can't fight. So.
How is that dynamic between big brother and little brother? Like, did you guys fight a lot, like growing up, or?
We always fight. That's how we get along, though. We always fight. You know, there's some people that they get along different ways. We just fight a lot. That's how we get along.
You're bigger than him. Usually the little brother is not bigger.
Yeah, but yeah, he's an aggressive person. He's an aggressive person. He don't like taking no for an answer, so we fight a lot.
How were those sparring sessions growing up?
That's how I came up. You know, him trying to kill me all the time, he made me tougher. He made me the fighter I am today.
Hey, David, man, it's good chatting with you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. David Benavidez looking to reclaim his super middleweight title here at the Staples Centers September 28 against Anthony Dirrell on pay-per-view.